Thank you very much. Spring cleaning, seasonal allergies, and the need to get started on lawn care. They're all things associated with this time of year, and all of them need to be approached with some caution because of the potential risks of poisoning. Joining us now with some tips is Dr. Toni Thompson-Chittams, a board-certified pediatrician and director of TLC Pediatrics in Bowie, Maryland. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
This is a serious issue, and from what I read, the CDC says that the level of unintentional poisoning is rising. Is that right?
It is absolutely rising. You know, the most common cause of poisonings, of course, occur in the homes when parents are very distracted, going to the phone, answering the door. So your watchful eye is always your first line of defense.
And it's something that can happen very quickly, obviously. Children make up, what, about 50% of the poisonings in the U.S. every year?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's talk about some specifics. You have a lot of things you want to talk about. How to prevent poisoning in the first place. Obviously, watching the kids to begin with.
Correct, correct. Children often get into household cleaning products, and that's because we traditionally maintain them in a lower cabinet. And if we're going to do that, make sure we use safety latches on those cabinets. A great thing that parents can do is label all their household cleaning products with labels that children can identify with. These Mr. Yuck stickers have been around for ages, and when children see those Mr. Yuck stickers,
hold that up
they know to stay away from certain products. And plus, it's a reminder for parents of that poison control number as well, because it's right on the label.
All right, very good. Medicines, let's talk about this. We have a whole bunch of tips here. You can look at your screens. We'll also have these online. One of the most important things to me is here, keep medicine in its original bottle.
Absolutely, absolutely. And parents should really start using those child-resistant caps. Make sure you turn them to hear that click, because they do save lives. Most studies have shown that 80% of children find it very difficult to get into those child-resistant package. And when medication is not in use, all medication should go into a locked container, up and away and out of sight of children. That's the ultimate protection.
The other thing that you stress is that whenever we, as adults or children, if we're adding a new medication, we really need to check with our doctor before we start taking it, even if it's something that you buy in the store? Even
if it's something that you buy in the store. There's a lot of interactions that parents certainly don't know with prescription drugs, and that's why you have your local pediatrician as well as your pharmacist. Ask about it before, and really understand and know the dose before you dispense any medications, because some medications could be the same, but they're a little more concentrated than other medications. And don't mix dosing devices with different medications. Use the dosing device that's recommended for that medication.
I guess you're going to, at the very least, when you're buying some of this over-the-counter stuff, talk to the pharmacist there in the grocery store or the drugstore and get some input. All right, we were talking about the household dangers and keeping stuff locked up. But I understand that there's some things that you don't want to mix together, and you have other tips on making sure the house is being aired out. Tell us about that.
Well, first and foremost, make sure that you maintain products in their original container. Some products, you know, like this particular product in the front, it looks like your favorite sports drink. So it's so important for parents to maintain those products in their original container. Oftentimes, we have children that come to the emergency room and they thought they were drinking their favorite sports drink, and it turned out to be a household product. Antifreeze isn't a good example.
All right, very good. Also, I understand that mixing, this is something that people sometimes do, mixing ammonia and bleach, that's extremely toxic?
Extremely toxic. The windows should certainly be up, and children should not be around, and you should afford a certain protection too, because that can cause problems with respiratory issues. Some kids, you know, have allergy tendencies and asthma tendencies. You can imagine if you mix those two particular products, that can cause them to have a severe bronchospasm or asthma.
All right. Let's talk about some of the outdoor dangers, because we're talking about gardening now. Season started even earlier this year. There are a lot of products that people have when it comes to doing some of their outdoor work. What do you have to say about that?
Well, lawn care products are among the most poisonous products, and we don't know the short and long-term effect of these products, but what we do know is they can potentially affect the child's neurological system. So therefore, before you even place them on your lawn, make sure that you read and understand that label, and do not have young children in the lawn while you're placing these products. And keep them off the lawn for at least 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah, I know some of these companies now that come out and work on people's lawns and stuff, they actually post signs now to say to stay off of the lawn.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
And I guess the number one tip with all of this, anything that's got chemicals in it, as you said at the very beginning, lock it up.
Lock it up. Lock it up.
All right. Very good. We thank you for coming in. Hopefully save somebody's life out here with all of that information. We do appreciate it. This is, again, Dr. Toni Thompson-Chittams with TLC Pediatrics in Bowie. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Allison.
Important information, Tony. Thank you. Coming up, Easter festivities are still going on for some 35,000 people at the White House today. It is the annual Easter egg roll and Hollywood.
The Fox 5 weather app. Look 10 days ahead or hour by hour. View today's video forecast and radar that can pinpoint your neighborhood free at your App Store or Android Market.